Okay, let's do the YouTube intro. Hello, Internet. Welcome back to our Plate Armor Delivery Boy series. Yeah, so we had a segfault at the end of the last episode. Most of what we had done was basic base stuff, so we didn't really lose much in that regard. And in fact, we actually got our ass kicked in town, and this will give us an opportunity to try that with a little bit more sense and a little bit less foolishness, and hopefully will lead to our success rather than taking a serious beating. Although I see, for some reason, my body parts have been shuffled. So I did just update. Why would you redo? So I play a lot of Cataclysm, and I keep up with the development, and I would say the overwhelming majority of changes that happen, I'm like, man, that's a good idea, and I'm glad that they added that. There's absolutely no reason to shuffle these body parts. No, that's the... How do I look at the sidebar? Health. How do I... Toggle panel, change display order. Oh, no, that just moves it in the sidebar. I don't like that you have moved my body parts. I would like that to go back the way it was. I don't think I can do that. Okay, well, that's a kind of an annoyance. Don't really understand the point of that. Hello, Jack. Hello, Pablo, and hello, 8leg. Welcome back. 2 viewers, 3 people in chat. Maybe it counts me as a member of chat. I don't know. Or no, you mean literally the 3 people I just named. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch can be funny about viewership numbers. It's often wrong. A lot of times it will tell me I have 0 viewers when there are clearly people in chat talking and things. So, okay. So I really hate that they shuffled. I don't want to linger on this, but I hate that they moved the body parts around. So we're in okay shape. Our head has taken some damage. We're inevitably going to sleep while we do all the things we did in the last episode. So for instance, we made a survivor harness, I believe, and that required tailoring of 5. So we're going to grind that again. I believe I did a little bit more with the vehicle. Yeah, I had pulled out this seat. We had talked about expanding an additional tile or 2. You know, we might do that today and just go hard into vehicle work. And then this is all the junk from in the vehicle. We should at least bring the books inside. That way we have access to the recipes and things. We'll take those in. I am extremely congested today, by the way. So if I sound nasally or if you hear me mute my mic a lot, it's because I'm snorting, trying to clear my sinuses, which is gross and not something you do while you're streaming. So yeah, sorry, I don't know, I just woke up with like one side of my sinuses completely clogged up and I just can't seem to breathe today. The humidity does not help. Oh, and also I have moved my fan, which is much closer to the mic now. It's been 95 plus since Tuesday. It's been extremely hot here and humid because it's been raining the whole time. And you think like, oh, the rain will cool it off, but it doesn't. It just makes it crazy humid. So it's been extremely hot, and I wanted the fan more on me, so I moved that up. So you might hear the fan a little bit louder. If you hear like wind noises in the microphone, let me know, because I can angle it different. But the actual sound of the fan, that's not going anywhere. It's too dang hot. So let's eat something, and I guess drink something, and then we'll work on our tailoring. We're out of meat. I don't know if the calorie thing has been fixed. Someone told me it was, but then it wasn't last time I played, so I don't know. We have chunks of fat yet. We could just make cracklins, but I don't want to do that. Boxy is now raiding with a party of 14. That would be Ivy. Hello, Ivy. Thank you for the raid. Hello, everyone. I have no idea what a raid is, because I am a terrible, terrible Twitch streamer, but thank you. Hello. And lots of emotes. Yes. Hello, everyone. I think we're going to focus on tailoring. Let's go see if we have any food back here. Meladath has followed. Hello. Thank you for the follow. I don't think we have any meat. I really, really need to replenish my meat stores. Mip Tier or something has followed. Thanks for the follow. Hopefully that animation looks okay. I'm still not super confident in my animation skills. Boxy has followed. Thank you. Hello. everyone. Feel a bit overwhelmed, to be honest. I'm not used to having so many eyes on me. But whatever, I have a soothing voice, and hopefully that is enough. Start a fire quickly. I think that's Ivy. Raid is just someone bringing their viewers to you. Oh, well, that sounds great. Streaming Cataclysm, now sending viewers over to you. That animation is awesome. Yeah, I mean, I tried to do the animation. It's a little bit beyond my skill level, but what are you gonna do? We're just gonna cook these scraps of meat, I think, and just gorge ourselves on meat. Tamo Kachow. I'm sorry, I can't say names. I'm terrible at this. Scraps of meat frozen. No, where's the cooked ones we just made? Yes, eat those, please. We'll just try to put a lot of oh, you know what? We have all that food-placed food. I did say we were going to try to eat all of that. So let's try to grab some of that out of our freezer. I don't think it even needs to be in the freezer, but that's just like a reasonable place to put it. Playing the game, so yeah, I'm super novice. Like, yeah. Are you? I mean, you've been around for a minute. I mean, it's not Caves of Cud, but it's something. Fine, you could stick with Tamo. Foxy doesn't bother either. Nobody can say my name, to be honest. Well, that's why you pick something nice and easy like TheMurderUnicorn. Then everyone thinks you're a homicidal furry. Nice and easy to pronounce. Let's eat something with some volume. Here's my pumpkin. Eat some pumpkin. And yeah, I think we're just going to grind tailoring. I know it's not exactly the most fun thing in the world, but sewing kit. I think we picked up a tailor's kit somewhere, but I'm not sure. A lot of what I learned about Cataclysm, I learned from TheMurderUnicorn. Give us a recap. Homicidal furry. Decent at CUD. Just learning Cataclysm, it's rough learning all the buttons. Yeah, that for me initially, there was a thing on the wiki that had all the keybinds, and when I first started playing, I had that up pretty much constantly to refer to, but what was I doing? Oh yeah, we wanted to do tailoring. I don't know, what did we make in the last episode? Give you a recap. Oh yes, I have a tutorial series. If you're interested, you can check out my YouTube channel. It should be on one of the panels down below. Still haven't linked that directly in the banner head thing. Recap. I mean, we're the plate armor delivery boy. We started out as the food delivery, the last delivery scenario that Frizz added to the game. Went to a mansion, found ourselves a full suit of armor and a mace, and we've been pretty much just muddling through. Honestly, I'm pretty new to streaming, so like 90% of the time I'm ending up talking to chat instead of actually doing productive things like I'm literally doing right this second. I have all the keybinds, I have them up, but it's odd when streaming. Yeah, I just got a second monitor, which has been like fantastic, so that would be something I would throw up on a second monitor. You learn to do both. Yeah, I'm hoping. So we want to make tailor. What did we make? I don't remember what we made to level our tailoring, and it wasn't optimal even then, because it took so long. Axe ring holster, leather. No, it's not going to work. Too many rags. Gambison, no. Chitinous boots. I think we made the chitinous gauntlets, and that leveled us up, because we had a discussion about hand encumbrance. I think we'll just make those. I think that'll boost us to 5. It's a pretty long craft, so... Takes time, but after 4 to 5 months, you'll get it. Yeah, fingers crossed. Please don't run out of chitin. I don't have a lot of chitin. We did not fail once last time we did this, so that's unfortunate. Did that level us up to 5? It did, which will let us make the survival harness, which is what we need to holster our storm. Requires a holster. Well, I do have a holster. It's just on my body. Take that out. Actually... How do we go to the holster, and then we unload it from our inventory? Yes, okay. So we should be able to make harness, survivor harness. Yes, make that, please. Use the tool belt. Please don't fail. Oh, that and pouches. Yeah, I couldn't really remember what I did. Survivor harness is awesome. Yeah, I had some people telling me it was really good. But it's not something I generally don't wear any of the like tool belts or ammo pouches or anything like that, just because the encumbrance that they add usually is not something I want. But this is pretty minimal. It looks like it's only 1 encumbrance. And the waist has its own slot, so it's not going to conflict with anything, so really no reason not to wear it. And it's one of the only items at the moment that can accommodate some of the longer guns, because I really don't feel like hauling around a golf bag, so we're going to go with the survivor harness here. Minimal protection, I guess. Well, even for a leather item, that's pretty low. But that takes care of that, so let's grab our storm, which I think is here. No, next tile over, probably. Nope. Here it is. Storm, place that, pick up the mace, it'll auto-place that in the holster, I believe. It did. And then let's save the game and pick up a second 9mm clip, because when we reloaded this yesterday or on Tuesday, that's what gave us the segfault. So I'm looking for the 9mm extended clip. Oh, right here, M9. Yes, that. So let's try reloading. Save the game, reload the gun, and it reloaded without issue. So I don't know why we got a segfault. That's just one of those things. It's going to happen when you play on the latest experimental. And I think we just jump into vehicle work at this point. I don't really know what else to do. We were exploring. We could go back to doing that. I do want to do some stuff to the vehicle. We might as well do vehicle work until nightfall. That way we're not losing the daylight. So let's rip this seat out. There's no reason for that seat to be there. And we'll replace that with a cargo space. I would really like to... So when I start building my Deathmobile, I don't like 3 tiles wide. Sometimes I like to go 4. I really don't like the act of moving an entire side of the vehicle over 1 tile. That's something that is just tedious and obnoxious. So I think I'd rather just chop the ass off of it and put like another 2 tiles back here. That is a considerable amount of work, but we're going to want to do vehicle work eventually. And we are right here, so we have access to all these cargo spaces, so we might as well. Do we have any extra cargo spaces that we've already pulled off? Carg. No. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah. Let's rip some cargo spaces out of this thing. Oh. So it's been a rough week. We talked about my niece being here. She's finally gone home. We don't have a loud screaming child running around the house. And in fact, sorry about Tuesday. You know, we cut the stream short at like an hour and a half. I was streaming and it was nice and cool. I should have kept streaming, but then, you know, my brother was around with his blaring music and it sounded like they were moving furniture and stuff. And it's like, probably is better that I just called the stream and you know, said that was it. But I regretted it later because it was cool for once. And one of the main reasons I don't stream more is because it's so freaking hot in here and I can't run the AC. So there's that. So my niece went home, which is good and bad, you know, we love the kid and all that good stuff, but she does make it hard to record and things. She, for the new people, I have a niece, she'll be 7 this year. Pretty soon, actually, now that I think about it. I think her birthday's coming up pretty soon. This is my brother's daughter, and I live with family still, so... it makes for a rough recording situation. Other than that, the week has gone by pretty smoothly. I had therapy yesterday, which, you know, eats up my whole day, but whatever. And then probably after I record today, I'll record the experimental Cataclysm. If you don't know, I do a show on YouTube where we talk about updates to the experimental version of Cataclysm. You know, just over the last couple of weeks, the changes that have come and all that stuff. So I'll probably record that tonight. Some interesting stuff has been added. We were just talking about some new monsters, but they won't be covered in this particular episode. So that's pretty neat. I've been popping in the dev Discord a little bit more over the last couple of days. It's somewhere I've never really been because I don't really interact with the dev Discord very much. But it's been nice. People have been nice and everything. Let's rip the back end off of our vehicle here. I don't see a reason to move the tires, so I don't really think we're going to be doing that. Just pull the boards off for now. Pull off the door. Extending back is always better. Easier to drive through cities. Yeah, having a super wide vehicle is generally not a great idea. Where's C Black? Strange he's not here. That is strange. But he also has, like, you know, a family and things, and he makes dinner most every night, so I imagine he's just busy. I think he's dealing with house issues. Yeah, that too. I don't know what's going on with him. He seems to have been having a couple of, well, I don't. It's actually not my place at all to share anything about him publicly in chat. So, but he's been having some issues lately, and that's about all I'll say about that. We'll pull the back end a little bit. I don't have a lot of frames at the moment, and it's going to be too dark to work right now. So let's pivot, and we'll go into town, and also lose this helm. That's right. In the previous episode, we made a hard hat because our great helm is obscuring our vision while it's nighttime, which we just cannot abide. Let's go ahead and throw up a fire here, and we can quickly manufacture a hard hat. I think we have all the materials. What are we missing? Oh, the plastic mold. That's right. Plastic mold. No problem. We have plenty of plastic from, I guess, when we took apart those terminals and arcade machines would be my guess. Salty Earth, hello. He has a life. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that's like, but I've heard that it gets in the way of a lot of things, so what are you going to do? Make the hard hat. Hard hat, 10 plastic chunks. Kind of a weirdly low requirement to make a hard hat. I also thought hard hats were like partially metal, but I guess that's not true. Does not let water through. Can make a mining helmet. What's the hooded hard hat? What's your deal? Plastic hat worn, blah blah blah. Cloth tucked in it to serve as a makeshift hood. A little bit more comfortable to wear. Better protects the neck from sun and rain. So probably just like glare and stuff. Doesn't look like it. So I don't really see a reason for that other than roleplay. So just make a hard hat. I have no problem going around town in a bright yellow hard hat. Yes, breathe in the smoke. That's great. Great thing to do. Throw on the hard hat. That's right, we had a broken shoulder strap. I didn't want to do anything. Do plutonium batteries apply radiation on things around them? So as far as I know, anything that leaks radiation will say so in its description, and it will be color-coded green if I recall. So if they get damaged, like mini nukes are fine to carry around, but if they get damaged, they leak radiation. So hooded hard hat is the same, but a little bit more coverage. Oh, I didn't even look at coverage, to be honest. Or warmth, yeah, that makes sense. Wish my keyboard wasn't a mechanical one. Then I could try speaking during stream without worrying about all the noise it makes. You can set up a noise gate, which will filter out most of the time when you're not speaking. And honestly, if you're talking, I type all the time without, with people hearing it in the background. It is what it is, I also have a fan running, which is making plenty of noise, so don't fret over it too much. Just do you. Plutonium batteries will leak radiation if damaged, but they will be green. Yeah, so that, as far as I know, it's only when they're damaged. Extinguish the fire. We can head out on town now. Let's dump our... This is our unsorted pile. I really need to clean up the base a little bit. But for now, it doesn't matter. So what tools do we need? Take the screwdriver set, leave the sewing kit. Leave the wrench, welder, drill, hacksaw. We'll keep the hacksaw. I think we're trying to make our way to a gun shop, so it might be handy to have that. We'll keep a cash card. I see they're still not stacking. I thought they fixed that, so they were stacking now. Definitely keep the extra clip. Dump the Glock round and the Glock. That should be everything. Clear out our inventory nicely. We have 68 liters of storage. Everything's in good condition. Why don't we repair our... Oh, well, it's dark. I don't think you can repair in the dark. We should repair our mace. Yeah, okay. Let's throw another fire up real quick. Actually, we may not even need the fire. Activate welder. Oh, we don't have scrap metal either. Are you metal? I can't tell if you're metal. You are metal. Great. So there's some scrap materials. I accidentally pulled my ammunition pile. That's okay. Activate the welder. See if we can do this in the dark. Can't see. Okay. So let's dump a fire. Start a fire, rather. Activate the welder. 0. And repair our mace. Yes, please. Great. So we're in tip-top shape and we're ready to head out of the base. We should have some aspirin in our inventory as well. Really not on top of things. Give me 20 aspirin. Great. Have a look at chat. What's a little radiation? Honestly, didn't affect, so how bad could it be? Radiation in the game tanks your health pretty terrible. I find clickety clack of mechanical keyboards so soothing. I enjoy mechanical. I had a laptop, and the buttons were just not satisfying to push, and it really made me unhappy. As small an issue as that. Mic's next to the keyboard, and there's nowhere else to be put. Mouse is on the screen if that bugs you. It does bug me. I often forget about the mouse cursor, so feel free to shout that out anytime you see that, folks in chat. And yes, I also have a mic arm, which I picked up recently, and it's really helped a lot. I previously had to sit my microphone directly in front of me on my desk, which got in the way of the keyboard. So I think we're good to head out of base here. Don't really need the MP3 player. Let's favorite these aspirins so they don't get dropped. Favorite. Don't really want to lose the hacksaw either. We'll keep the storm. I really don't like the storm very much, but it's like my favorite 9mm, and it's really all we have. Favorite this as well. Mutated mouse. Radiation can also cause random mutations in the future. There's actually a setting that says, I think in world creation it says mutation by radiation or something like that. So you can toggle that on or off depending on how you feel about it. We should save before we head into town. So where was I going? Oh, we were going to the police station. That's where we encountered that Kevlar jerk. I really don't want to have to fight him, frankly, because we would have to melee him because our 9mm is so bad in the damage department. Plus there's a lot of monster density there. Restaurant, pretty low impact. I would love to go to this gun shop, but the problem is, there are a few problems. Number one, it's next to this trailer park. They tend to generate a lot of monster density and or packs of dogs, which is not great. Two, there are parks here, and we happened to drive by here earlier in the game, and we saw probably about, I don't know, 60, like 40 to 60 enemies, because there are two parks in close proximity. Really hate that parks generate such high monster density. I've only mentioned it about 1,000 times. And then hotel as well will generate a lot of monster density, which means this is in a pretty terrible location. Unfortunately, there's really nothing else in the town that's a high priority. There was an electronics shop here somewhere, wasn't there? Yes. Electronics shop. Would like to get there. What is this brown one? Furniture store. Not super relevant. Another trailer park. Better hope you have robust genetics. Kevlar zombies are nasty, not even grenades dent them. I mean, we killed it. It pretty nearly killed us because I decided to use my 9mm rifle, which was a mistake. We were dealing 3 or 4 damage. Luckily on this character we have a mace, which is pretty good because it's one huge amount of damage, like one damage type instead of multiple damage types. So I should have just meleeed it and just taken the punches, you know? Especially since we have plate armor, but I didn't really think it through and it nearly got us killed. You know you can attack them up or down Z levels, makes clearing out places a lot easier. 40 bash, holy shit, that's nice. Yeah, we picked this up on like day 1 as well, so it's a very good early game weapon. And I don't like the mace in general because it doesn't have very good techniques. But the high bash damage is very valuable this early in the game. Normally at this stage of the game, I probably would have an iron shod quarterstaff or a nail bat or something like that. Especially when winded. I don't know how to do attacking from Z levels. I think it requires experimental 3D FOV. What would that setting be under? Well, regardless, I think it requires the experimental FOB thing, and then I think, doesn't that only work with reach weapons? Does it work with regular weapons? D Black, hello, welcome to chat. We definitely weren't talking about you. We should eat and drink before we venture into town. I know it's like anticlimactic to go back, but I don't like walking my character around as hungry and thirsty. Let's grab some more food place food because our calorie stores are a little low, so we want to just jam really as many calories into our face as we can. And then we'll eat some pumpkin to fill us up, and then I just realized I didn't drink anything, so we're not going to have room for beverages. Water. Oh, never mind. We're very hungry immediately, so we do have room for water. This should fill us back up, though. Water. And we're good. So now we'll head into town. I always do this. When I'm ready to loot, I always forget like 10 things and end up going back to base. Means zombies can see you on top of buildings, which is dangerous, but you can use normal weapons as long as they are only one space away. That's cool. I didn't know that. I knew that you could like peek down from roofs and stuff like that, but I didn't know you could just melee them. Look at the number count. That would be Ivy. Ivy raided me, or Foxy. I don't know what you actually prefer to go by, but raided me, threw some people at me that I don't recognize. So exposure, etc., etc. I guess we'll go to the police station. I really don't want to. I'm a little concerned for our safety, but I mean, poops and giggles, why not? Hello, Jack. Drink, drink, drink. I do the same. I really don't. You're Foxy. Okay, Ivy's the community manager of Caves of Cud. Different people. Oh, my bad. I didn't know that. I just, okay. I think... Okay. We'll move down here, I guess. Yeah, I didn't know that. Honestly, I don't pay a lot of attention to people, which is probably a terrible thing to say. There's very small... I mean, you see people over and over and over, but, it's people on the internet, which is, always a bit confusing and complicated, so... Oh, that's right, there was a zapper here, and he really wrecked us because we were wearing plate armor. They can't see me. Let's just back up. They probably heard the door open, but let's just back up and pull our storm now. That's right, we can't fit our mace anywhere. Oh, where did our mace go? Oh, it fits in the survivor harness. That's so good, because we're constantly dropping things. Ugh, emotions. I mean, you know, I think we've talked about this before. When I was like a teenager, I was like super into the internet. You know, I got pretty early on in my life, you know, like my generation, we grew up with computers and whatever, whereas like my parents did not. And when I was like 12, I got super involved in being online and interacting with online communities, which is a pretty standard thing to hear from kids these days. But like, it was all new to us back then, and I had a lot of friends online, and I dated some people online, and then I was pretty satisfied with that. I felt pretty content with like online friendships and things like that. And then I got older, and now it doesn't feel the same. It's not as satisfying to me to have friends online and stuff like that. Like, I don't know that I would ever date someone online now at this stage in my life, because it just doesn't fulfill me the way that a real life relationship does. So like, as much as I enjoy looking at chat and seeing the same people, Jack's here basically every day, the Black is here pretty much every time I stream, you know, it's not, we're not friends per se. We know each other a little bit and we're acquaintances, but it's not satisfying the same way. I can't sit on a couch with you, you know. It just is a different dynamic. What has been your greatest discovery in Cataclysm recently? Oh, geez, discovery. Probably Isherwood Farms. I've been doing NPC faction guides on YouTube, where I've been covering some of the big NPC factions that are in the game. So we did the hub, which has already changed, and I need to go back and re-record. And we covered like an NPC that I really like in the game. And lately, I've been exploring Isherwood Farm, which is a pretty unknown NPC faction, which I think is pretty neat. I don't see a reason to shoot these guys if the shocker doesn't come out, so I think we'll swap back to our mace for the time being. So let's activate the harness. Draw mace, please. And I guess because we're drawing the weapon and it's trying to store the weapon, I think what is happening is that it's trying... I don't know why, but I can't put it right into the harness. It has to be dropped first, which I don't love. On the plus side, these guys have lost sight of me. A lot of cop zombies, but they're no match for our plate armor and mace. We did pop off around, and we're in a relatively unsecured area, so they're going to draw some zombies. Trying to hang out on a couch with murder. I mean, we live real far away, and I just it's just not the same, you know. Just like I said, when I was a teenager, I dated some people online, but there's really no substitute for curling up on a couch and cuddling with someone. You know, it's not the same to have a. And I've done the long distance relationship thing when, like, you know, I was like 20 and my girlfriend was in college and that kind of stuff. But it's just not the same.